Join the Bad Boys Club. What are you going to do to get to those guys to pull off?
Beat them.
You can't put it any plainer than that. Mr. Piper thinks he's going to take it all. There's another guy who I guarantee you thinks he's going to take it all here today. Dave Banter and the Bandit.
Dave and Ralph Banter have a history at this track. These people in Bowling Green, Ohio love these guys. They seem to really get cocked and primed to come into Bowling Green. Look at this. He's got his work cut out for him. Ground speed starts to come around. And he's gone. Oh, Banter's going to be in the pull-off too, Scott.
Making four in the pull-off at least as Dave Banter and the Bandit go out of Bowling Green and will get ready for the pull-off.
Well, Dave Banter, many times you've been a national champion, but I can just tell by talking to you, you get excited every time you come into this arena in Bowling Green, Ohio.
Oh, the heavyweight class at Bowling Green is what you look for all year, you know. You gear up for this place, you know, so that's what it's about.
Your national points leader, Tim Engler and Mission Impossible. The story here, Army Armstrong, he's gone to the right side. Nobody else has.
He went to the right side. He burped the throttle a little bit on the starting line. That could come back to haunt him 300 feet away. The weight looks to be not just right. He started on the right, comes all the way to the left. We might be watching. We are watching a major upset. Engler will not be going to the pull-off.
Tim Engler comes up short at 289.1. He can finish no better than fifth here at Bowling Green. A big surprise. Let's get Army over to Tim Engler and find out about it.
Just out of my own curiosity, if you had to go back to that line right now, what would you do different?
I'd move it back on the left side of the track, and I'd probably be right out the gate.
And the first in the pull-off is Richard Ilsey, the Sassy Massey. Rick brings her down from New Hampshire to Bowling Green.
We're kind of keeping an eye on this young man, and I tell you why. Four of the best tractors in America, kind of like a poker hand right now. Four of these guys are going to lay the cards on the table. Is it going to be Chrysler or Chevrolet takes the win? We're going to find out right now. Rick rolls out. Oh, a heavy sled. The sled's pulling real tough at Bowling Green. Look at the wheel speed. The dirt starts to come up. He's going to set the lead distance. Everybody goes after him. A good run. Awfully good. 246 and change.
That's what they're going to have to beat. 246.28. Three of the best in the world of pulling will come after him. But let's see how Rick Ilsey feels about that pull. Army's over to talk to him right now.
The driver of the Massey Ferguson Industrial, Rick, you're sitting on top of it. Three big guns coming after you. What's going through your mind?
Well, I guess the only thing I can do now is go and sit by the track and see if one of them can bump the flag. I mean, there's a lot of horsepower behind me, so hopefully Brian and John have done their job and I've done mine, and all we can do now is wait.
Three more to come in the pull-off. And Army Armstrong, the thing about the pull-off here is they've added a lot of weight to this sled.
What they did, they added about 4,000 pounds more weight. Now, the track is still 300 feet in length. It's the same claim. What you're doing, you're just having to muscle a whole lot more weight. All these tractors banged it past the 300-foot mark not an hour ago. Now they're struggling to get to the 250.
But it's enough to take the lead for Dave Walsh in the Irish Challenger at 253.89. One more time, he brings it right into your living room. Dave Walsh in the Irish Challenger is your new leader as he bumps Sassy Massey at least to second for the moment. A great pull from Dave Walsh in the Irish Challenger. Army Armstrong's going to talk to the big guy right now.
Well, we talked in the early interview about you getting the monkey off your back. You did that. Now it's on everybody else's. You're sitting on top of this thing with a 253.8. Is that going to hold on and win it?
I think it will. I think I had a good run, and it's going to take an excellent run to beat it, but I don't think nobody can do it.
All right, Mike Piper, just add dirt, getting ready to go at it. Earlier today, Army Armstrong took a look at a very unusual tractor. And before we get to Mike, we want to show you the General, powered by 4 turbine engines.
One of the most interesting personalities you're ever going to meet in the sport of pulling is out of the state of Vermont. Goes by the name of Gardner Stone. That's the driver. The name of the vehicle is the General. The uniqueness comes from the fact that Gardner, you're not like anybody else in the sport with your theory on how to be competitive in pulling. Can you explain your theory to us?
Well, I've always gone under the assumption that I'd like to be different. I want to be different than anybody else in the sport and try to beat them with a different game. Before we tried Allison's, and they worked fairly well. We had a little trouble with reliability of the motors. This time we've tried turbines, 4 T55 Lycomings. Other people have done turbines, but not put that many in a tractor.
Okay, Gardner, you've only been out 8 weeks with the vehicle. Bottom line, is the tractor going to be competitive like you thought it would be?
Yes, it's very much very competitive. I'm very pleased with it. We've got a few bugs in it. Intermittently, we lose a motor going down the track. I think this is a fueling problem. But if everything stays together, this thing will put a run down. It'll be fantastic.
Not as fantastic tonight as it needed to be, however. The general missed a pull-off, going 282.52. That was good enough for 10th place in Bowling Green. All right, back to the pull-off. It's Mike Piper and Just Add Dirt.
We said it's like a poker game. There's 4 of them sitting at the table. 2 of them lay the cards on the table right now. The distance to beat, 253 feet and change. Let's see what Piper can do with it. Starts in the middle of the track. It's pulling him a little bit to the left. He stays hard in the throttle. Piper's going after it. He's got it on kill, but he's not going to do it.
242.42 will put him third right now.
Mike, you danced to a 242.4, but you had to take a break and that had to hurt.
Oh, it really took a lot of momentum away. I lost the blower belt, I think, off the front motor. She laid down on me and got all I could get out of her, and Dave made a good run, and I hope it holds up for him.
Here's the replay from Mike Piper. There's the belt, Army. You can see it pop off right there.
Yeah, he lost about 1,500 horsepower, right? Boom, instantly.
And that cost him third place right now. Still great, but the best he can finish is third. He may end up fourth because Dave Banner is going to try and knock him and the rest of them off in the Bandit. Army, here he comes.
Tell you what, if there's a love affair in the sport, it's between Dave Banner and the fans of Bowling Green, Ohio. Look at this. Banner comes out. He seems to have a lock on the clay. He's got it figured out. Screaming a Chevrolet engine. Look at this. 253 had to beat.
He got it, 255.1. They're going bananas in Bowling Green as their favorite has done it again. He throws that clenched right fist in the air. Dave Banner has done it. The Bandit wins the 9,200-pound modified tractor class in Bowling Green, Ohio. Here's Army with your champ.
Well, Dave Banner, congratulations. You know, it's kind of interesting. Banner sitting here with the same type of enthusiasm after winning many national championships as a kid would have after winning his first high school letter. Congratulations. These people love you in this town. That was a well-deserved win, Dave.
Well, I love these people in Ohio, too. You know, tractor pulling fans are the greatest. And when I can go out and do that in front of them and they cheer me like that, that's serious tractor pulling.
And it's serious enough that it warrants one more look. Dave Banner and the Bandit takes the win. The Irish Challenger and Walsh a super run for second. Sassy Massey third. Just Add Dirt and Mike Piper fourth. Tim Engler's Mission Impossible did hold on for fifth, just missing out on the pull-up. This is the top of the line when it comes to the sport of outdoor truck and tractor pulling. The TNT All-American Pulling Series on hand for the National Tractor Pulling Championship at the Wood County Fairgrounds in Bowling Green, Ohio. The first pull we're going to look at in the super modified two-wheel drive class, LD Nation's Boot Hill Delivery. And let me go to one street rodder, Army Armstrong, about another guy with a lot of street rod in him.
Well, I tell you what, that is a beautiful old 34 Ford sedan delivery. That's what the body is. The engine, the horsepower comes from a $30,000 Aries engine. Here, look at this. LD's got a good run going. A real good run.
Out of Pleasanton, Kansas, LD Nation lays something down. It's going to be tough to beat. 293.88. Dan Walsh will be the first guy to triumph the Irish Challenger. Walsh is the kind of guy who, when he's right, can take it out of here.
Yeah, but Scott, I noticed something. When Walsh came out, he had a tremendous amount of weight on the front of that truck. LD Nation ran in front of him, did not have that much weight on the front. We're going to learn something real quick about this track. And remember, there's a total of 48 vehicles going in competition. Everybody's watching the guy in front of them.
So you're saying Walsh is using a lot more weight?
Yeah, you can see the weight on the front of his truck. From the end of the track, he's probably got 2,000 pounds of nose weight.
So in other words, if he goes out, everybody will be adding weight. If he struggles, everybody's going to try and lighten up.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of scrambling going on after this run.
Dan Walsh, the Irish Challenger. Dan out of Linden Station, Wisconsin. He, of course, is brother Dave, one of the great pulling teams around. Here he goes, Army.
Beautiful. Irish Green, Walsh brothers. Pulls the front end up. Now it settles back down. Now sees robbing horsepower from himself. That's going to hurt.
Too much weight, apparently. The distance for Dan Walsh, a disappointing 274.90.
274.9. Bowling Green kind of has you guys snake bit this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, we've been having bad luck. There again, I didn't do the right thing. It's a little better than I thought it was.
There we're getting a look at it one more time. 274.9 will put him well back in the field here at Bowling Green.
You notice how the truck had a tendency to go up and come down and go up and come down. Every time it does that, Scott, it's robbing horsepower because it changes the angle of the chain that they're pulling that sled with.
Jim Brockman's Chevy C-Cab, the driver, one of the best. That's Tim Engler. lets it come out. The C-Cap, one of the most unique looking trucks in the sport. He's also got a lot of front end weight, Army.
Engler rolled a little bit, then down the throttle on. Now he seems to be light on the nose. They cannot get this track figured out. I am amazed that nobody has really put the handle on the weight factor on the front of the vehicle.
Another guy's got to be disappointed. Tim Engler only went 270.
Tim, chasing these points, every run's important, but Bowling Green puts some extra pressure on you just by the magnitude of how big and exciting this event is.
Well, I tell you what, Army, that's one thing. It is definitely the largest outdoor pull. But I try to block out the crowd. When I'm on the track, I'm trying to concentrate on the track, the vehicle, how it's running, what I got to do, and I really don't know whether there's 5 people out there or 50,000.
Believe me, a lot closer to 50,000 here at Bowling Green, Ohio. Tim Engler disappointed with the run nonetheless, and he'll finish back in the pack. Here's a guy who cannot afford to finish back in the pack. It's Ken Lamont, the Plano Toolbox's Midnight Express out of Crossville, Illinois, trying to chase down Ray Carpenter for the National Points Championship. He needs a good pull here in Bowling Green.
Well, as we go all over the country, you'll notice the cream seems to come to the top right